"We're booked on an excursion tomorrow," Bertie's driver told him as he put him in his garage one night. Bertie the boss was excited. He liked excursions. Usually he was kept busy bringing passengers to the railway stations for Thomas and the other engines, so an excursion would make a nice change. "Are they going to the seaside?" he asked. "No," said his driver. "It's a naturalists' society. They want to go up into the hills to watch the birds and look for rare plants. So make sure you're in good form for climbing." But when Bertie awoke next morning, he didn't feel on good form for anything. Workmen tried to make him feel better, but it was no use, and his friend Algy had to go instead.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another custom showcase. Here I have Bertie and Algy. Both were made with the old style Bertie, but both have some differences. Starting off with Bertie, I have painted him in a dark red and given him a white stripe on the side, along with white rimmed wheels, and I've kept in the passengers. You can notice he doesn't have eyebrows. I decided to leave them off because most of the TV series showed that he didn't have eyebrows. So yeah, I also cut out the area where the wheel arch was, so you can see that it's more flush with the face here. Sorry if I got my hand in the way. You can also see that I covered up the wheel on this. This was simply done by shortening the chassis. By shortening the wheel itself, by cutting down here and freeing the wheel, and then shortening the back wheel axle, I guess, and then gluing it back together. And then I took for Bertie, I took a piece of one of the of a pop can, and I put that over here and on the same side as well. And that's mainly it for Bertie. And I also clear coated him, which kind of worked, which worked mainly well for Bertie, not all that well for Algy though, which you'll see. For Algy, he's a lot like Bertie, but because I made him first, I didn't give him the wheel arch and the modification to the front, and I didn't cover up the back at first. So when I did that and took it all and tried to modify it last month, it was just it was really difficult to. So instead of going with what I did for Bertie, where I took where this is a pop can, this is all clay, and just the wheel's been shortened. Yeah, and you can also tell that that Algy hasn't gotten his wheels painted in the back. However, Bertie does. That's just because I can't get my paintbrush down there, and it would have looked terrible anyway. For this, I tried to give him like a wave, kind of like a red wave back here. If you saw the illustrations, it would make sense. And I decided not to give him passengers So yeah. Then I gave him yellow rimmed wheels with red centers and white bolts, I guess. I'm not sure exactly what it would be. I guess lug nuts. I'm not sure. As well as red window trims. And it's really prevalent right here, but there's this gigantic like yellow brush stroke here, and I don't know why it's there. I think I may have not had it dry enough for when I clear coated it with Mod Podge, so that's probably it. Yeah, I've started clear coating most of my models with Mod Podge, which I'm going to stop because it's not all that good. For instance, like, it's only good for like really like engines with a lot of flat surfaces, which is why I've done it with Algy and Bertie, and I did it with my Murdoch and my Ace as well. But you'll see them eventually. I have to wait for Ace's face to come in, and yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. I guess that kind of wraps this up. So, thank you very much for watching. I'm very sorry about my long hiatus. I changed where I am. You can probably tell by the sounds in the background, which I'll try to block out with the music. But I'm in my basement instead of my room, which is much better because I have much more space. But yeah, and I'd love to do a tour sometime, but not right now. That would, yeah. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and have a good day.